old Cletis here. I got something to tell you. You know, I just outside just a few minutes ago making another video. You may notice I still haven't shaved and I still got the same shirt on. So anyway, I finished that video and I come on walking on around the side of the cabin. And I ain't much paying attention, nothing. Except when I'm walking, because I don't want to trip and fall. That'd be embarrassing, trip and fall off the cabin after I go on all those mountain hikes. Huh. But anyway, so, you know, I come around the corner of the cabin, and there's a little porch in front of the cabin, and off to the side of the porch, there's a bunch of these round, pretty river rocks that they got laid there. And I don't know if they're there to cover up like a water line or something, or if they're there just to be pretty, but they're all pretty. Well, son of a gun, there were 2 Nates there. I don't think about Nates in Colorado. I figured as much cold as they had in the winter, there won't be many Nates around. But there was 2 of them. Two Nates. Two Nates. Right off the porch by the rocks. Well, that don't scare me. I like snakes. Snakes are one of my favorite animals. I think they're cool. Scared the heck out of a lot of other people, I know that. Not me. I used to have a pet snake when I was a kid. Matter of fact, I had a lot of pet snakes when I was a kid. I had a lot of pets when I was a kid. My mama put up with a lot of stuff from me. I had all kinds of snakes. I had a python, a reticulated python. That was about 15 feet long. 15 feet. He was big. Well, he was pretty nice, and he'd never bite me or nothing like that. And it was funny because my dad used to tell me, he said, you better get rid of that snake. That thing's going to get out of the cage and eat the dog. Well, he's big enough, he could have. I said, oh, he ain't never going to get out of the cage. And I'll tell you what, Dad, I said, if he do get out of the cage, I'll get rid of him. Dad kind of gave me one of them dad looks. And she says, okay. So anyway, I come home from school one day. My mom was there and she says, Cletis, your snake got out. Oh no. She said, we better go down and find it before your daddy gets home. So we went down, we looked all over the place for this 15-foot snake. Couldn't find it. 15-foot snake was in the basement, I couldn't find it. Then where the heck you went? Couldn't find it. So later on that evening, we're sitting at the dinner table, my dad's there, and he's just talking. All of a sudden, he looks around and he says, what's going on? We're like, ooh. He says, that damn snake got out, didn't it? I said, yeah, the snake got out. Well, did you find it? I said, no. He says, well, you know where it is. You looked all over the basement? I said, yeah. He said, I'll tell you where it is. It's up inside your piano. I had this old upright piano right next to the cage. And I said, well, Dad, you know, I don't think he'd go in there, but I didn't look in there, so I go downstairs and look, and boop, sure enough, there he was, wrapped up all around on the strings. So anyway, I digress. But I like snakes. And these 2 snakes, I don't know what they were. They kind of look like a garter snake. But then I looked up on the internet, and they also have a snake called a lined snake. And they didn't sit around very long saying, hey buddy, how you doing? Want to take a look at us? You don't see snakes much in Colorado. But you know what I found out? Colorado's got about 30 different kinds of snakes. And I think about only 6 of them are poisonous. Most of them rattlesnakes. All the other ones are just pretty snakes. And they help get rid of insects, and they help get rid of the rodents and other stuff that we don't want around. Of course, rodents didn't do nothing. You know, they're just going around eating their grain, and all of a sudden a snake got come up, eat them. But that's the way life in nature is. Stuff eats stuff. We eat stuff. You eat stuff. I eat stuff. We eat dead animals. Because you ain't going to eat a live one, so of course we eat dead animals. I said one time to a boy, I used to teach a nature course out at Shaw Arboretum out in Gray Summit, Missouri. And I used to teach nature courses out there as a volunteer to school-age kids, all actually from preschool all the way up through high school. And I remember this one kid sitting there, and he's kind of grossed out because he's from the city, and he's kind of grossed out by all the animals and everything out there. And I says, well, what about what you eat? He says, what do you mean, what do I eat? And I says, well, you eat dead cows. He goes, what? I don't eat no dead cows. I said, yeah, you do. You eat a hamburger, that's a dead cow. You eat a steak, that's a dead cow. Anyway, I digress once again. So, it was kind of cool to see the snakes out there. I was happy about that. And then I've been peeking out the window every once in a while to see if they come back. I'm kind of curious what kind they are. But anyway, so I'm done now. I probably ought to go shave, so I don't look like such a bum in my next movies. I'm not a bum. Just because I don't shave, that don't mean I'm a bum. But I can't believe all this growed up in one day. Woo, look at one day all that growed up. So anyway, I go out, check, see if the snakes is out there. And then, I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the day. I'm just hanging around the cabin taking it easy. So, I'll catch y'all later. I hope you're doing good. I am really fine. I am so fine, I can hardly stand it. I can stand it, but hardly stand it. So I'm fine. Y'all have a good day, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye now.